Part 3, The Struggle. Okeke's breath grew heavy. The warriors moved closer, their pale eyes shining in the moonlight. The drum thundered louder with every step they took. Dum. Dum. Dum dum dum. Okeke raised his spear. If this is how I die, then I will die as a hunter, not as prey. With a loud cry, he lunged at the hollow-faced leader. His spear struck true, piercing the man's chest. But instead of blood, dark smoke poured out. The man did not fall. Instead, he laughed, a hollow laugh that echoed through the forest. Flesh cannot harm what is no longer flesh. Okeke pulled back his spear, shocked. The other warriors began to chant, moving in rhythm with the drums. Their feet stamped the ground. Their hands struck invisible drums in the air. Okeke felt the earth itself push against him, as though the forest wanted to hold him down. His chest tightened. His heartbeat was no longer his own, it belonged to the drum. He dropped to one knee, gasping. "Join us," the hollow man said. "The forest has called you. It is your fate." Okeke shook his head. "No. I choose my own fate." Summoning all his strength, he struck the ground with his spear. The sharp iron tip hit a root, and sparks flew. The warriors hissed, shrinking back for a moment. Okeke seized the chance. He turned and ran through the trees, forcing his legs to move even though the drumbeat tried to chain them. The forest twisted around him. Paths that had been open were now closed. Trees bent to block his way. Roots rose to trip him. The drum never stopped. Dum. Dum. Dum dum dum. The voices of the warriors followed. "You cannot run. You cannot hide. You are already ours." Okeke pushed forward. Sweat poured down his face. He could not tell if he had been running for minutes or days. The moon still hung in the same place, never moving. At last, he stumbled into another clearing. There, he saw something strange. It was a small hut, old and covered in moss. Smoke rose from a tiny hole in the roof. The smell of burning herbs filled the air. Okeke hesitated. Who would live in such a place, deep in a cursed forest? But the sound of the drums pushed him forward. He entered. Inside the hut, an old man sat on the ground, grinding leaves in a clay pot. His back was bent, his hair white as ash. He did not look up as Okeke entered. "You should not be here," the old man said, his voice dry like rustling leaves. Okeke tightened his grip on his spear. "Who are you? Are you one of them?" The old man shook his head slowly. "No. I was like you once. A hunter. I followed the drums long ago. But I found a way to resist, for a time." Okeke frowned. "Resist? Tell me how." "They want to claim me." The old man lifted his eyes. They were tired, but not pale like the warriors. He was still human, but his skin bore strange marks, like burns, across his arms. "The drums do not only live in the forest," the man said. "They live inside whoever hears them. Once your heart beats with them, you belong to the curse. You cannot escape fully. You can only choose how slowly you are taken." Okeke's chest throbbed with the drum's rhythm. His heartbeat still matched the sound. Dum. Dum. Dum dum dum. He clenched his teeth. "Then I will break the drum itself." The old man let out a weak laugh. "You think you are the first to try? Many have struck the drum. Spears, fire, even thunder from the sky. The drum does not break. For the drum is not only wood and skin. It is a gate. A gate that will never close." Okeke growled in frustration. "Then what do you suggest? To wait here until I become one of those pale-eyed shadows?" The old man's hands trembled as he reached for a small gourd beside him. He poured a dark liquid into a wooden cup and pushed it toward Okeke. "Drink this. It will quiet the drums inside you. For one night only. Each time you drink, you buy yourself more time. But the more you drink, the weaker you become. That is why I am like this, old, broken, but not yet theirs." Okeke stared at the cup. The liquid smelled bitter, like roots mixed with ash. "Choose, hunter," the old man said. "Drink, and live another day. Refuse, and the forest will claim you before the next dawn." Okeke's hand shook as he lifted the cup. His pride told him not to trust the man. But his heart beat faster and faster with the drums, and he knew he could not endure much longer. He closed his eyes, then swallowed the bitter drink. The taste was sharp, like fire. His chest burned. Then suddenly, silence. His heart slowed. The sound of the drums faded until it was distant, like thunder far away. Okeke gasped in relief. But when he opened his eyes, the old man was gone. The hut was empty. The smoke, the herbs, even the gourd, all had vanished. He was alone. And outside, the drums began again, louder than ever. Dum. Dum. Dum dum dum. The Curse of the Midnight Drums. Part 4, The Truth Revealed. Okeke stood frozen in the empty hut. His hand still held the wooden cup, but it too was turning to dust, crumbling between his fingers. The bitter taste of the drink lingered on his tongue, yet there was no sign the old man had ever been real. The forest outside roared with the drums, louder than before. Dum. Dum. Dum dum dum. But his chest no longer pounded with the same rhythm. The drink had slowed the curse inside him. For now. Okeke tightened his grip on his spear. If the hut was a trick, then the old man was part of it. But why help me? Why give me time? He stepped outside. The clearing was no longer the same. The trees had twisted again, moving like living things. The path he had used was gone. Instead, the forest had shaped itself into a single long trail, leading back toward the giant drum he had seen earlier. Okeke spat on the ground. So the forest wants me to return. Then I will return. But I will not bow to it. He followed the path, step by step. The air grew colder, and mist rose from the ground, curling around his legs. The chanting of the pale-eyed warriors echoed in the distance. Soon, he reached the clearing again. The giant drum stood waiting, its carved faces twisting and shifting. Their eyes followed him, their mouths opened wider, screaming without sound. But this time, someone else stood before the drum. It was the old man from the hut. Okeke stopped, shocked. You are real. The old man turned. His face was pale now, his eyes glowing faintly. The marks on his arms burned like fire. He looked weaker, but also more dangerous. You drank the medicine, the old man said. His voice was deeper, heavier, as though two voices spoke at once. Good. That means you will last longer. You will serve better. Okeke's eyes widened. You tricked me. The old man's pale eyes narrowed. I did not lie. The drink gave you time. But every hunter who drinks it belongs to me. You have taken the first step to becoming what I am. Okeke's chest tightened again, though faintly. He remembered the marks on the man's arms. You were once a hunter like me. And now you serve the drum. The old man gave a hollow smile. Not serve. Rule. I am the keeper of the drum. The curse needs a master to hold it, to guide the others. Without me, the drum would call endlessly, with no control. When I am gone, another must take my place. Okeke's blood ran cold. And you mean for me to replace you? The old man nodded slowly. You are strong. Stronger than the others. That is why the drum called you. That is why you survived the forest's tricks. It has chosen you. Okeke gripped his spear tighter. I did not come here to be your slave. The old man raised his hand. The drum thundered. The pale-eyed warriors emerged from the shadows, circling the clearing. Their chant grew louder, faster. Dum. Dum. Dum dum dum. Okeke's heart began to beat with them again, though weaker than before. He fought to resist, but every beat dragged him closer to the circle. The old man stepped forward, his pale eyes glowing brighter. You cannot fight forever. Every drink you take ties you closer to me. Soon, you will not be Okeke the hunter. You will be Okeke the keeper. Okeke snarled. I would rather die than serve this curse. Get to know Okeke's fate. Like and subscribe for continuation.